Hello friends, how are you? This is Dr. Sri Nagi, Ayurveda and Medicine Doctor and also Isha Hatha Yoga teacher. So today in this video we are going to talk about the most common problem, that is neck pain, cervical spondylosis, or in Ayurveda it is called Griva Stambh. Or let's try to understand what is an Ayurveda point of view about cervical spondylosis, and if somebody has cervical spondylosis, how Ayurveda deal with these situations and what are the do's and don'ts that we can do and adopt in our life so that we will not land into this cervical spondylosis problem or cervical pain or neck pain problem. Cervical spondylosis is not something that disease has just emerged these days, and earlier days people were not dealing with cervical spondylosis. This is not true. Cervical spondylosis were also present at that time many years back, around 5000 years back, and people were living with cervical spondylosis in Ayurveda because they have mentioned a disease called Griva Stambh, whose symptoms are very much similar to cervical spondylosis. So let's try to understand what is Ayurveda aspect of cervical spondylosis and how it can help you. These days our lifestyle is like this. Most of the times we are sitting just in front of laptops, computers, palm tops, mobiles, in our screens. If we are not doing some kind of work online, we are watching some movie, we are watching some YouTube channel, we are chatting with our friends on Facebook, we are chatting with the family people on Facebook. Sometimes like most of the time it looks like whole of the relationship are more on Facebook or online media rather than in practical real world. So that's why these days this cervical problem is the most common problem that people are getting. But the good thing is they can prevent it by doing certain simple things. So before we see the Ayurveda aspect of cervical spondylosis or Griva Stambh, let's try to understand what is this actual disease, what happens in this disease. Most of the times it's been seen that it is a degenerative disorder which has been mostly seen in elderly people. But nowadays, because our lifestyle has become like this, like we are all the time on screen, so this disease has started happening in now middle age, especially once you cross 30, most of the people are starting feeling these symptoms like cervical pain, neck stiffness, and restricted movement of the neck. So it's very common these days. That's why it has become extremely important that we start paying attention for the care for our neck so that we will not land into neck problems. So let's first try to understand what is this cervical spondylosis terminology mean. It means there is a degeneration related osteoarthritis of the spine which start happening, and ultimately it start causing pain in your neck region, and many times this pain also radiate to either your left arm or towards your right arm. So this is the most common primitive symptom that we see in very early start of cervical spondylosis problem. Here starts some ossification of the posterior longitudinal ligament that also cause cervical spondylosis or neck pain, and it is mostly age related disease because of lack of some exercise, because people don't find time for any exercise. Eventually these ligaments start becoming rigid and it start causing pain. So let's see what Ayurveda has to say about cervical spondylosis or Griva Stambh. Griva means this area, our neck region, this area. This is known as Griva in Ayurveda. That is the Sanskrit word for your neck in Ayurveda, and Stambh means pillar. So your neck will become like a pillar, means it becomes like just stiff. You are not able to move your neck towards this side or this side. So that's why this disease is known as Griva Stambh in Ayurveda, and its symptoms are very much similar to cervical spondylosis.